Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. It's the holiday season. Today is November 30th, 2023. And I've got a couple of new things going on that I want to go over with you guys. I'm going to try to keep it a little shorter today if I can. But I want to talk to you first about kind of the new trading setups that I have going on, how those trades are going, and what I'm doing differently, and also my new partnership with Tradingview, which is the software that you see on your screen. This is the charting software that I used, and I've just set up a partnership with them to bring to you a little bit of extra value. So I want to go through how I use TradingView, the premium side of TradingView, and some of the differences between the free side and the premium side, and the value that I get out of the premium side, and things that I think that you would find valuable for you and your trading that might make it worth upgrading for you. So hopefully we can bring that value to you as well. But first, let's go through some of these trades and what I'm doing differently. So if you go to the Discord, link in the description, of course, you can see that I've added a few new rooms. So I've added our long-term trades right here. So this is for anybody who can't partake in the daily trading, who can't, sit in front of your screen all day, has that 9 to 5, whatever, or in a different time zone, anything like that, where you can't participate in the daily trades that we do. I've set up a long-term trade specifically for you. These trades are typically monthly options, and it's usually a monthly iron condor. And I post all those trades and all the adjustments that I make along the way in this particular room. You do need to have a membership to access this, but once you have access, you have access to all the trades, and you can jump in pretty much at any time. With this particular trade, there's always some credit left in the trade, or usually always some credit left in the trade. Well, this is just something that you can jump in whenever you want and take advantage of where the current trade is, and pick up some premium that way. And I am always in front of the market, so I'm making the adjustments for you, so you really don't have to pay that close attention to this. I'd say maybe just peek in maybe once a day or once every other day or something like that to see if an adjustment's made, or turn on your alerts. And you can mute other rooms, like if you can't do the 1 DTEs that we're doing and that's too much noise for you, you can mute the room so that you only get alerts from rooms that you want. So you can mute the 1 DTE, 0 DTE, the other stuff, and only get alerts for this. And once you get that alert, you can make an adjustment. So we've got this going on. Our current trade expires December 15th. So in just about 2 weeks, something like that, left in this particular trade. Then we'll roll it out, or we might roll it out early, just depends. We'll see. But right now it's looking good. So we're going to extract some more theta out of it. And I also added a wheel trade. So this is for looking more long term. So once our shorter dated trades pay off and we have a larger account, what kind of trading are we going to do with that? Because I certainly don't want to do the short term 1 DTEs and 0 DTEs with a large sum of money. Looking at a wheel trade, and I decided the basis of that wheel trade is going to be USO, or oil. The reason for that is because with the wheel trade, one of your largest areas of concern or risk are if your underlying stock that you are wheeling on goes down and stays down for a long period of time. And my view is oil might go down, but it won't stay down. So we'll always be able to get some type of rescue if we need it. If we get assigned oil and things go bad, it won't stay bad forever. So I'm doing it on USO, and I know USO, specifically the ETF, has some contango issues with it and everything like that. But when I look at it, with the time frame that I'm trading USO, with the weeklies, the options are there's enough premium in there to make up for and beat the issue with the contango. And if you don't know what that means, just look it up. Basically, USO drops a little bit faster than actual oil because of all of the issues with rolling contracts and the fee and the ETF and everything. So all else being equal, USO is always going to finish under oil. But like I said, when I look at it, not by enough margin where it's a concern for the type of trading that I'm doing. But anyway, there's that. So doing a wheel on USO. So far, it's been pretty successful. We just started this a couple of days ago, but we're already on our second roll, which I actually did today. And that is something that I'm going to use as an example today to look at for Tradingview. We're just going to look at our recent wheel trade. So here's USO right here. And this is the 5-minute chart for today. It's currently like right around 1 o'clock Eastern. But we made our trade around 11. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I was looking at and why. So early on, today, our weekly trade, our current weekly trade for USO expires tomorrow. Today's Thursday, so it expires tomorrow on Friday. Now, we don't have much value left in our current trade. We've only got like 1 penny left of value left in our current put spread, or not spread, but our current naked put. So there's only 1 more penny left that we could potentially earn out of our current USO put that we sold. So with that being said, I think it's a good time to start looking at rolling since there's no more value to really be extracted out of it. We could look at rolling if the market sets up. So what I did, I said, oil has been kind of up lately. You can see our latest trade we made right here. Our first trade was this one. We then rolled it over to this day to shorten the trade, because at first it was a 2-week long trade, but I decided to shorten it. So we shortened that trade here, took a profit on this when it was at 50%, shortened the trade to expire just this particular Friday. So right here. So this is when we entered our last trade. And since we entered our last trade and sold that put, oil has been on the rise a little bit. So I said, if we see a drop, we'll go ahead and see if we can roll that oil to our next week. So we actually got that drop to start right here. So we saw oil starting to fall, and today was the OPEC meeting today as well. That's another thing that I wanted to wait for. So anytime you're doing the wheel, you want to know what your particular underlying trades off of and what's important to your particular underlying. And oil, OPEC meetings are particularly important. So we waited for the OPEC meeting. The OPEC meeting was uneventful, so we didn't get a drop there, but we did get a drop anyway afterwards. So it started to fall. So here's the meat of what happened. So we started to see this fall. We started to see lower lows, lower highs, all that kind of stuff. We're getting that trend. So what I did, and this is the difference that this premium, the premium Tradingview makes for me and why I like it. So what I did is I drew a channel. So I came over here to one of our draw tools, the top one right here, trend line tools, and then I found parallel channel. See, I have it as a favorite, and I drew a parallel channel that oil was falling in. It was currently, I think it was on like one of these bars up here or something like that. So I drew that channel, and then what I did is, you see this little clock right here? I set an alert to alert me if USO started to fall outside of this channel on either side. And I said, if it falls outside of the channel to the bottom side, then I'll probably go ahead and pick up a trade right here, because that is, falling too fast and it's probably going to bounce. If it falls outside to the upside, I'll also probably pick up a trade, because that probably means the downward trend is over. So either way, I want to know if oil is falling outside of the channel. and we got an alert right here on this particular bar that it fell outside the channel to the bottom side. You can see that alert here. Where? Right here. Yeah, so USO exit channel. So that alert alerted us when it fell outside the channel. I think I was in the kitchen at the time. Got an alert, came back to the desk, saw, took a look. I saw everything looks good. So we have, it's falling outside the channel, big red bar. It's probably going to bounce here, in my opinion. The stochastics was looking like it should. Stochastics at the bottom, very oversold. Our VIX channel looks like it was pinging on our lime green right here. This is something I haven't talked about yet. This is another thing that I'm able to do with the premium Tradingview, is have so much more studies on the screen. So I added this particular study to kind of show me when VIX is showing that a trend might be ending. So I've got a lot of indicators telling me that the trend might be exhausted. So I went ahead and entered our next put spread trade right here on this red bar. And lo and behold, it stopped going down and started to retrace back up. So I've also got some other indicators here. I just didn't want to have a busy screen, but I've got this particular indicator, which tells me where our higher highs and higher lows are, and lower highs, lower lows, LHLL, all that good stuff. So it helps me kind of identify when trends are changing and stuff like that, and measured moves and so forth. And I've also got this indicator, which is an automatic Fibonacci. It automatically puts a Fibonacci retracement on the chart for me, so I don't have to actually go in and draw the fibs. It draws the fibs for me. So that's pretty cool. I don't have them up all the time, but I like to see that from time to time. And you can just mute these particular studies just like this. So I use that. I also have my other alerts for other stocks. So like I've got my SPX alerts right here. I've got another channel in SPX that I've got an alert set on. I've got an alert for my long-term trade, so I don't have to keep eyes on that all day. I know if I get a ping on my Apple Watch that says roll up the long-term call, then it's time to roll up my long-term call spread. So I don't even have to watch out for that. I've already preset those conditions. I've got some more alerts on USO. So like if it goes down 10% on the monthly chart for that particular bar, I'll know about it right on my Apple Watch. I don't have to constantly peek in and see, okay, what's USO doing? What's this doing? What is that doing? So I can set all these alerts up to watch the market for me and only alert me when my conditions are met. And this is very important in a lot of situations, because if you're sitting here just waiting and waiting and waiting for a condition to be met to see if a bar crosses a certain point or a certain thing happens, it gets boring for one, and you are more likely to, I guess, acquiesce to what the market is doing and have the market snap back on you. And you're more likely to chase the market if you don't have something like this set up. So this, I can watch multiple different instruments, multiple different time frames, and keep an eye on multiple different time frames all at once, instead of having to cycle through, okay, let me change the USO to the daily chart, see what the daily chart is doing. Let me go to the monthly chart. And you want to be aware of different time frames and what different time frames are doing. So these alerts here allow you to do that in multiple different ways. All right, so I've got my eyes on the monthly, the daily, and the 5-minute chart for USO without having to actually watch those different time frames. Another thing that you can do is you can set up more study alerts. So again, I've got SPX. I've got a study alert set up on SPX for my stochastics. So anytime, I don't know if you can see this aqua bar right here and this aqua blue bar right here. Anytime the stochastics crosses inside of these bars, like if it's going from outside in the black area into the blue area or vice versa on the bottom side, I get an alert, so I know that I'm getting a stochastics cross. That's one of my triggers that the trend is changing in the market, or slowing or stopping or whatever. I'm still trying to figure out how to put an alert on this, because I want to know when the VIX is bottoming. This indicator shows me that. So I'm still trying to figure out how to put an alert when we get a green bar. I don't even know if I want that alert yet, because usually that coincides with a stochastic cross. But that's a thing as well. I've got an alert on this particular green trend line right here. This is the alert that I talked about earlier, where I want my long-term call spread to trigger me to I need to roll it up. So this is that trend line, and it's a rising trend line instead of a static flat trend line. So it automatically adjusts for time for me. So that's pretty powerful, right? And you can see the market is actually moving away from that as it is at the moment. So all of this I'm only able to do with the premium version of TradingView. Now, the only downside to the version that I have, I've got the basic or essential version, the cheapest one right now, because I just wanted to try it out. All these alerts they're not permanent, so they're going to expire on a particular day. So that has me looking at the more premium plan, maybe later. But right now, that's the only thing I don't like about this particular plan tier. Everything else is great so far. I've got enough. I'm not a person to have like a ton of studies and a ton of stuff going on my chart. I know it probably looks like it, but I really don't. But I've got enough for everything else. So they've got a lot of different plan tiers. I think they have 6 total, like 2 regular and 3 regular and 3 professional. I'm on the essential plan right now. That's fine for my needs. I would consider getting the premium one just so my alerts can be, not have an expiration. But of course, they got a lot more stuff with that. If any of this resonates with you guys, this is also pretty cool as well on the premium, where they have auto chart patterns. I haven't tried it yet, but I did look into that, and that is actually pretty cool. So they've got a lot of cool stuff in there as well. But what I was able to work out for you guys is, if you do sign up and you use my link, the link will be in the description down below. If you use my link, you'll get $15 towards your first month. So you'll actually get your first month free if you're doing the essential plan. So you get paid, I get paid, everybody's happy, you get value, I get value, everybody gets value. So if you do want to consider signing up for it, please use my link in the description. I think that you'll get some good actual trading value out of it. So please consider it. And if you do like this content and you do want to support me, that's definitely one way. Another way is just to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Like the video. Please leave a comment below with your thoughts on how I'm doing, what I'm doing. If you like it, you hate it, you have any recommendations, suggestions for me, any questions, anything like that, please leave a comment below. All of your interactions go towards the algorithm and telling YouTube that this content is valuable and useful to you, so that it can show it to new people. And the more new people see it, the better the channel does, because I think this message needs to be spread, and the joy and love of options need to be spread so we can get out of poverty. Also, if you want to join the Discord, which I highly recommend, that link will be in the description as well. This is great because I share all of my thoughts in the general channel as far as what I'm thinking, what's going on in the markets, just general conversation. Like just the other day or last night, I was just talking about how I think Elon Musk is a scam artist. So I was over there proving my point. So if you want to argue that, you can come right on in there for free and refute it that. We could talk about trading. You can see exactly what I'm thinking as far as setups, what I think is coming up, what I'm thinking is going on in the overall macro environment, all of that good stuff. The only premium chats are the ones with these little stars on it. Those are the ones that you just have to have a membership to see. But other stuff like our general chat, you don't need any kind of membership. But trade chat, stuff like that, the actual trades, except for no, actually long term. Yeah, so anything with a star, that's what you need a premium membership to see. Other than that, you'll be able to engage with us here. All right, that's it, man. Like I said, show me some love on the video. Check out the TradingView Premium. I really think you're going to get some value out of it. Otherwise, I wouldn't even mention it to you guys. It's been very valuable and stress relieving for me to have all of these alerts out there where I couldn't do that before. Also, another thing is you get more watch lists. So you can see I have a watch list for all the current trades that I'm worried about. I've got other watch lists for like crypto and stuff like that I want to keep an eye on. So you don't really get that with your free version. And this is very useful as well to keep organized. All right, guys, that's it. Have a good one.